Hi, everybody. I'm just waiting for someone to come in the room. I wanted to talk about what the video that John, a rideshare Trixter, had put out, and the live stream that I done. I wanted to thank everybody who commented, who went over to rideshare Trixter's channel, and definitely checked it out and gave him some love. He was actually really surprised when he woke up this morning to see that. So let me see here. Making sure that I am going live. It says I got one person in the room, but yet I don't see my live. There we go. It says I'm live. Hi, world according to Jim. How are you? Oops, I better turn it down so it doesn't mess up. I'm learning some things about going live from some YouTubers, so that'll help me out. But yeah, Jim and I was talking about wanted to talk about rideshare Trixter, and I was hoping everybody else would want to too, if I can get everybody else in the room. Hi, Rick. How are you? So you're in Texas, huh? Are you still in Texas? I was surprised because last week you were in LA and now you're in Texas, so you're a pretty fast mover. So, now, I talked to rideshare Trixter tonight, and he still hadn't been activated onto the account. And it took, he was actually playing with the app. He was checking it, like you normally do when you go onto the app, and you have to hit go, and then you have to go through the procedures to get onto the app. So actually, he was doing that when he found out that he was actually got reactivated. Uber did not send any information. They did not send a confirmation. They didn't send anything as if they wanted his dash cam footage. He sent in his dash cam footage, told him he had the dash cam footage. And so somehow they wouldn't listen to him, but somehow he just got back onto the platform and is now driving again. So yes, everybody's live right now. I tried to wait to go live when nobody was live, and then everybody's just started to pop on. I noticed that. But I'm out of work, I mean, I'm not out of work. I just don't work today, so I figured that I would do it, but I spent half the day just kind of relaxing. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it, Jim. But, so he found out he was reactivated. No notice, no nothing in his inbox. Actually, all the stuff that he had in his inbox was deleted. All his communications that he had with Uber and Lyft, or with Uber, the communications back and forth somehow got deleted, so he doesn't even know what happened to that. So, but he is reactivated and he is back onto the platform, which shows. I always thought dash cam footage probably really wasn't the best idea, since it seems like nobody takes dash cam footage, and except for YouTube. You see the footage on YouTube all the time, but you never see it. You never hear about how somebody has used it for Uber. And hi, Rox, how are you? As like the title says, I'm just talking about rideshare Trixter and the dash cam footage. It worked. He's back on the platform and he is driving tonight. But so I had a dummy dash cam last year. It didn't really work, but it was there for show. So if people asked, yeah, I had a dash cam, but they really didn't know that it didn't work. So I'm trying to find myself a dash cam. I actually started texting someone tonight about buying theirs because they stopped doing rideshare. Because maybe it does work more than you think. Personally, I always thought dash cam footage was just for a YouTube show. You know, that Uber and Lyft didn't really take it. Hi, Chris, how are you? And with everybody selling the dash cams and everything, I thought it was just, like maybe for insurance companies, maybe for if you're in an accident or something, but actually for an actual customer, I didn't feel the dash cam footage was worth it. So I just left my dummy camera in my car and I took it out when the pandemic hit. And so now I'm actually getting a hold of somebody. Hopefully, he said he's going to sell me his dash cam. So, hi CJ, how are you? Hopefully, if he can sell me his dash cam, then I will have one because maybe it does work. I've never heard of anybody getting reactivated because of dash cam footage. I've heard of everybody getting deactivated because of dash cam footage, or people not having dash cam footage, and it's they don't take it. So maybe we should maybe the drivers really should invest in it, because the one that he had actually is just a little thing is right behind the mirror, and it's just set right there in the mirror, and it just looks back, and it just had a beautiful view. It wasn't an expensive camera. It wasn't something you spend hundreds of dollars for. It's just a little thing. Because I saw it when I went to California. He showed me his dash cam. He showed me how it looks inside the cab and how it looks outside the cab. So, I mean, it's just a little thing. And it had really, really good footage. So, I mean, everything that we saw on the video was what happened. I mean, there was no blinking. The camera didn't mess up in any search in any situation. It just kept going. So, which was nice. And he was able to get reactivated, but he did have a case. If you don't reactivate me, I'm gonna take you to court. Because I have this, and I can sue my passengers. I can sue those people, those kids, for leaving blood in their car. That's especially nowadays with the coronavirus and everything, and everybody getting sick. I mean, that's biohazard. That has to be cleaned up. So they're gonna have to make sure that he gets the money that he needed to clean it up, because right now you just can't take chances, especially when people are doing rideshare without a partition. And just hoping that everybody has their masks. Now, I know people said stuff about how he didn't have, the passengers weren't wearing a mask. But when he picked up the passengers and when they were in the car, they did have a mask. It wasn't until they started arguing that the masks came off, and everything started going down. But if you see Rideshare Trixter, you see him in a chat, definitely give him your support. I mean, I didn't want to say nothing with everything that's been going on with YouTube. Hi, Roy, how's it going? That he's had other problems besides going on in YouTube. It's not my place, and he kind of mentioned it. So I did get some messages today that, they were really surprised at what's going on, and that's why they hadn't seen him for a while. But he's actually in a better spot now, so hopefully we'll see him again. And I wanted to talk about the dash cam footages, the dash cameras, and make sure that we're out there with them, because make sure that they're good, make sure that you're checking them, make sure that the card is clear, make sure that you have room for any footage. Don't ever, when I had my camera, before I figured out it didn't really work very well, they said don't put it on loop, because all it will do is it'll just loop from your videos, and it'll just cover up and just keep going over and over and over. Speak of the devil. Oops. So, hi. Hey, John, how are you? Glad to see you here. Yeah, we're just talking about everything, making sure everybody knew that you got reactivated, and making sure everybody knew that everything was going good for you now. Yes, I do have my computer on the side of me. I am trying to look at some of the chat over here because I just a lot easier and a lot bigger. So yeah, I'm so glad you're back. Well, Roy, the I know that because he was having a problem with Uber and Lyft taking the dash cam footage, or Uber, I'm sorry, taking the dash cam footage. That he threatened them to sue them because he did have clear proof. I mean, if anybody saw his video, you can see he had clear proof of what was going on. That can't be made up, you know, and the camera can't be messed up. Speak of the devil. And you just somehow when he sent the footage in, and somehow they didn't even tell them they reactivated him. They just he just put the mask on, he went through the steps, and it let him on the platform. So he didn't even really know that he was back on. They didn't tell him, and all the correspondence that he had with Uber, they deleted it when they reactivated his account. They deleted all the messages. So the only thing he has actually is emails. But you know, I mean, I've had that happen. I don't know if anybody else has ever had that happen where you have a problem with Uber and they will delete messages off your inbox. I know I've had that happen. Let me catch up here. So, I mean, basically with this dash cam footage, that's the only thing, you know. I mean, it's clear, it's proof, you know. Okay, everybody's saying hi to everybody. And hi, Lexi, how are you? You finally made it to my live stream. You've been missing all my live streams. Hi, Melody, how are you? I'm glad to see some of you guys are making it. Like, most of the time, everybody lets me know that you guys miss my live streams. And I know it's because of the fact that I haven't been on YouTube for a while. And then I took my channel down, and then I'm bringing it back up. So I'm doing live streams a lot because, for one, it's easier. I'm finding out that it's a lot easier. People tell me to get the information out there, especially when you want to get out quick. I wanted everybody to know what was going on with rideshare Trixter. Let them know that he was back on the platform because of the live stream I did yesterday. You know, and a lot of people were concerned. But yeah, he's so I wanted everybody to know. And for me to do a video, it takes me an hour to do a video, and then it takes me 3 hours to edit it, and then I'll have to go to sleep, and then I'll have to put it up. So live streams are so much better, and that actually came from Roy, because Roy's the one who told me that live streams are much easier. Just turn on your camera and go, here I am. So, what is everybody up to tonight? Roy, I thought you were working. I'm surprised that you're actually here. I didn't think you'd be here. So Roy thinks CJ's sweet, and I am missing part of the chat because it's going so fast. Did I miss anybody? Who else is in my room? So is everybody working today? What's everybody doing? After vacation, you need the stream. Yeah, I need to, I'm going to come out with that video. I want to come up with that video. I did my mileage, and I did how much money I spent in gas. And I want to do a last video. I mean, it's not going to be a live stream. It's definitely going to be a video on what I spent in gas and how many miles I traveled on my vacation. And I'm going to put everything in a playlist, so I'll have a little vlog about my vacation. Because I haven't taken one in 2 years. I've never been alone for a vacation. So, and meeting Roy and Payman and John and his wonderful wife and Michelle or Double M and Sensei and everybody that I met along the way. It was fantastic. I couldn't have asked for a better time. I really couldn't have, except for the fact that it wasn't, 2 weeks was not long enough. Oh my God. And Fox Racing. I almost forgot about him. And he was like the last part of my vacation, and it made me feel so much better. And I need to do something with rideshare Trixter because he keeps going into review. And I don't want that to happen. What the heck? So, rideshare Trixter, I cannot find your comments anywhere. Can you just make a comment so I can at least make you a mod, and that way won't have to worry about it. Hi, Shell. How are you? How are you feeling? How are things going? I got Sherelle in the house. I got Fox Racing in the house. You guys are wonderful. Thank you very much for coming to my live stream. I really appreciate it. But seriously, if you're still in the house, please, John, leave a message. So let's see here. Did Uber tell Trixter why they deactivated? Nope. They gave him no explanations. They didn't even tell him he was reactivated. He found out. He actually found out by just going online. He put the mask on, and then he did all the steps to go online, and all of a sudden he was able to go online. And that was it. I don't think I can do it from my computer. I have to wait. I don't know how long I'm... Don't worry, I'll get you... The stream is a little bit different than... Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm messing. Sorry, John. I am not catching you on my live stream. For some reason, your comments are showing up on my computer, but you're not showing up on my live stream. Everybody else is seeing you. Where are you? John, could you just, like, make a comment? Please? Are you on live at the top? You know, whoops. What do you mean at the top? Thanks, Roy. I just got new glasses. What do you mean on the top? I'm on Prism. And I know half the people here probably don't use Prism. Because here I can't tell. I can either turn it around. I don't have live chat. Yeah, it's very weird. I mean, if I was, say, Lexi was live, I would be able to check the top chat or the live chat. I have no idea why I am not being able to, Yeah, but right now, Rick, if I check my phone, I think I will disable my, live stream. Because here's my chat, here's my talk, and that flips my camera around. So it looks like I will have to take care of John after this. Hey, Arturo, how are you? Did you stop in my live? I've been so worried about rideshare Trixter, and he keeps going into review, and I have no idea why. And I'm not seeing any of his comments. He might be the only person whose comments I'm actually not seeing. So, Fox Racing, to answer your question, no. He actually, what I had said earlier was Uber took the information out of his outbox, or his inbox, that the correspondence that he had between him and Uber, and they deleted them. When they reactivated the account, they deleted them. So he doesn't even have the messages for the past few days from him and Uber. Rideshare Trixter, Uber blocked me from you. Okay. I'm not sure what that meant. Read above more. Wow, am I missing it? God, that's weird. I see him too. Well, I'm glad you guys see him, and I'm glad that you guys are showing his comments. Lexi, how far am I supposed to go up? I'm all the way up here where Shell is. I'm hanging in there, Lisa. Thanks. Day by day. I'm glad to hear that, Shell. I can't. You got what? 4 more weeks? 5 more weeks, right? Of until Little Junior comes out. And then that'll be exciting. Then you really won't be getting no sleep. So I just wanted to make sure I got everybody here. There you are. I finally see you. There you go, John. Now you won't go in a review anymore. Yeah, they can't off his. No, he's got emails, right? Fox Racing from his email account. He just doesn't have them in his inbox on his Uber account. They were deleted. 10 weeks? 10 weeks. Oh, my word. I thought that was sooner than that. Oh, my goodness. Oh, hold on. Double M's here. She finally came. So, Real Rideshare Stories and Shelf Vlogs, I guess, they're having their baby in 10 weeks. For some reason, I thought it was like 5. Maybe I was wishful thinking. I know it's due in December, and I know we're almost to November, so I thought, but I don't know. It's been a while. It's been a while for me. 8 weeks, 2 days to go, Chris. Oh, Shell. Poor Shell has to deal with him. It's okay. I texted him to make sure he wasn't going live because he said he was going to go live last night or tonight, and I wanted to make sure he wasn't going to go live, so that way I could let everybody know how Rideshare Trixter made out. All my responses have been deleted and don't show in my regular emails. What? What do you mean they don't show in your I thought that you said you could see them in your regular emails. Yep. She's lucky she deals with you, Chris. Good question, Fox Racing. I don't think anybody in this room wants to be an employee of Uber. Is there anybody in this room who wants to be an employee for Uber? Yeah. See, it's so much easier Hi Double M. It's so much easier being an independent contractor because they say, you can turn the app on and off when you want this, that, and the other thing, but they don't tell you is they make it sound like it's so great by doing that. But legit, we all have like how many of us have lives outside of Uber and Lyft? We have W-2 jobs, we have extracurricular activities that we do, and so that we go by our schedule with Uber and Lyft. So, like, all week I worked my W-2 job, and then I'm going to head to Buffalo tomorrow, and then I'll be doing my all my gig work out in Buffalo tomorrow through Sunday, and they come back Sunday, and then I go back to work on Monday. So it's it's not like you could just turn it on and off when you want, make it sound like it's so great. It's actually a necessity. You got to be able to turn it on and off when you can, because you have outside lives that get in the way. I mean, you got to be able to turn it off and on. It's being an employee. They're just going to make it so much worse. Schedules. I don't even think you'll be able to multi-app. I mean, they haven't even said for sure if you're going to be able to use any other app while you're on their app. So if you're on Uber app for 8 to 10 hours, can you use Lyft? Can you use the food delivery apps? Because I do all of them. I do everything except for Shipt and Amazon Flex. I do so, but Amazon Flex, we're getting one by my house. They're building one by my house, so I think that I'm going to sign up. I was going to sign up with one from Zip Code in Buffalo, but since they're building one by my house, I think I'm just going to sign up for the one that's here because I'll be able to do Amazon Flex from here. And I just hope that I don't have the hard enough time that UDM had. UDM had a hard time with Whole Foods. But he always works late though. So that's where he has the problem. Because he has his kids and everybody's, they're doing the school learning at home. Plus his wife is working. So he doesn't have much choice but to work at night. And then that's when they screw the drivers over, is the ones that work at night, because they get everything at the end. Can I call you Lily while you're live? No, because I'm not using my I'm not using my phone for my YouTube. I'm using my actual regular phone. I don't even know where I did with that phone. Yeah, Double M. I don't even know what I did with the other phone. I think that's probably why I didn't go live on it. Uber drivers don't pick up passengers that aren't wearing masks, at least for now, since the time Uber implemented the new mask policy. That's true. But some people are. You got to remember, Fox Racing, some people still will pick up passengers whether or not they're wearing masks. Because, they need the money. And, I mean, it's not safe and it's not good. I mean, it doesn't, I mean, I've seen people get COVID for different reasons. I've seen rideshare rookie get COVID from somebody at work. He always wore his mask and he always did the 6 feet distancing. Still got COVID. There was somebody that I know who got COVID. He didn't get it. His girlfriend got it. They went camping. Now, mind you, they slept in the same tent and everything. She got it and he did not. Okay, for the whole 2 weeks, he was tested for COVID. He never got it. She had it. So I'm not sure COVID, it's supposed to be airborne. You're supposed to be able to pass it. Well, if, mind you, they're hugging and kissing each other, why didn't he get it? You know, nobody's immune to it yet. They don't even have any medicine out for it or any vaccine. So nobody's immune to it yet. So I don't understand how that would happen. See, I'm when it comes to the CDC, I just have to read everything because I'm not sure that they really know. Because otherwise we would know for sure. I mean, I've been taking my temperature regularly every day ever since this happened. I got my thermometer right over there, and I check it, and my normal temperature is 94 to 97, 95, about to 97. And that's what, if my temperature's off in any way, then I know something's wrong with my body. But I'm just, it's weird how people get it, how people don't get it. If you pick up passengers without masks, then you simply breaching the CDC guidelines, mask policy. True. It is true. Hey, Rods. How are you? I don't think I've ever seen you on my channel before. How are you doing? But it's true. It's a tricky situation. And you know that a lot of Uber drivers and Lyft drivers they don't follow a lot of rules. They follow their own rules. You know, it's the way it's always been. Even like early on when I first started doing this, I mean, I found somebody who was taking cash rides. He literally did a video on how he was doing cash rides. And that's completely against the rules in terms of service of Uber and Lyft. You cannot take cash rides. And I mean, for one, do you have the insurance? You know, do you have the paperwork necessary to take cash rides? And this kid was taking cash rides, you know, and he videotaped it for the world to know. So, I mean, when it comes to Uber and when it comes to drivers, they'll do what they want. It's, you know, like, actually, it was kind of funny because we were talking about that, me, Roy, and Payman, and when we were in Las Vegas, and drivers will say, "This is my car, I'll do what I want." You know, like Sensei says, "This is my game, I'll do what I want." But drivers will do whatever it's their car. They feel that since they own the car, it's their business, and that they'll do what they want. So as long as there's no political agenda here, Roy, I appreciate that. So what am I missing that is so political? Because I am seeing, other than Roy, not too much political stuff. I prefer to drive a taxi. Most of the taxi trips are cash transactions. Yeah, but you own your own medallion, right? When you do a cab, so are you working for somebody or are you working for yourself? Wahoo! Almost all that time. Shall I love you? Everybody does as they felt need. Oh, Roy. We know how you feel. Whoops. Oh my God. That was just weird. It was a statement that I made earlier on a comment that actually got a heart. And rideshare Trixter would know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm really trying to keep up on the comments, but I gotta run $30 ride. Well, you go make that money, John. And congratulations for getting back onto the platform. If you drive taxi, no one will deactivate your account. No rating system either. Right? That's the best part about this. I mean, seriously, I wish that we didn't have that rating system, because it's totally flawed. Because like the customers that John had, that rideshare Trixter had, complained about his driving or his attitude, and he didn't have any attitude. He didn't even say nothing to them. He asked them to stop fighting, which probably would have done. I probably would have just pulled over and told him to get out of my car right away, and he kind of let it go. Why do people take cash rides? You know, Rox, I don't know why people take cash rides. People are not supposed to take cash rides. And I've seen it where people try to build up their own business by saying that they will, they'll get the person into their car, and then once they get the person into their car, they'll cancel the trip, and then they'll say, well, we're going to do this, between the two of us, and then you just pay me directly, and it's a recipe for disaster, because if anything were to happen, the customer will say, I did call an Uber, and then they'll say, well, there's no transaction of you and an Uber, and they'll say, I don't know what happened, but this is when I took it. And then find out it was canceled by the driver, but they still got to their destination, because with Google Timeline, I don't know how many people are familiar with Google Timeline, but it's used a lot with delivery companies, because the delivery drivers, because it will keep track of your location, where you start, where you end, your GPS, your pictures, because we have to take pictures of when we drop off food and stuff like that. So the Google Timeline is really good. And if somebody's using the Google Timeline, all they got to do is send it in. And the driver will get deactivated easily. And if this is your main source of income, I mean, this is what you do for a living, it's not good to mess with it. Because people have found out through the years, messing with Uber and Lyft just doesn't work. You can't one-up them. They always are a step ahead. I mean, that's why they make the millions of dollars, and we are driving for them. Mind you, I love doing it, but this is why we're doing it. I have private clients, but it's people I know or people who are referred to me. Yeah, as long as you get the proper insurance, you can, and you fill out and do the proper paperwork. I mean, myself, I have a chauffeur's license for that reason. I have a chauffeur's license so I can get the commercial insurance that I need to take private clients. But then the coronavirus happened, and I just stopped doing people altogether. I think I stopped in March, actually out in Buffalo. They canceled St. Patrick's Day, the parades and stuff like that. And I picked up this one girl, and I remember I was like, you're the first person I picked up who was even in a green sweater. And she was the last person I picked up. It just didn't feel right picking up people after that. She's like, nobody's around. She says, they canceled everything on us. Nobody's around. It's not worth it anymore. So that was actually the last time I picked up a person, and I just turned on my delivery apps after that, and I haven't shut them off. Just always on the side of, oops, I missed your comment, Chris. Just err on the side of caution. Best to make sure you have proper insurance, and if You need anything else and take private cash rides. Yes, to make sure that you have the corporate. You got to have a corporate. You have to have the corporate license. You have to have whatever your state wants you to have. I mean, I know New York. We have to, for our license, it's like $250, and then you are an LLC, and you can take care of it. Take care of private clients. You just have to have commercial insurance, and I've got the special license to do it, the chauffeur's license too. Hi, hello, vlogs. You finally made my live stream. How are you? I know that you missed it. I was talking to CJ about how you missed it. Hope everything's going good. Look, I'm kind of talking rideshare and stuff like that. We got a lot of rideshare drivers in the house, and I want to see how they're thinking and stuff, because I've got a lot of rideshare drivers who are actually driving rideshare, and some who still are not driving rideshare, and if you violate rules, TNC insurance will not cover you. No, your regular insurance will not cover you. You have to have rideshare insurance. If you're going to do Uber and Lyft, you have to have rideshare insurance regardless. Because if you don't, and you get in an accident, especially with a passenger in the car, and they say something, you can get in so much trouble. Sorry, my cat, she's making a lot of noise. You can get in so much trouble if you don't. You can get sued. They can say that you were not driving for them. I mean, you have to have rideshare insurance to cover you. Plus, I think it's with Uber, if you get into an accident, it's $1,000 deductible, and with Lyft, it's like $2,500 deductible. So you have to have your insurance, your deductible to cover, to pay up until their deductible. So, and I got into an accident one time, and I had a customer in the car while I was dropping her off, and a car hit me, and it wasn't that bad. So I was talking to somebody about getting my car fixed, and he told me it was probably going to cost me probably a couple $100. It was the corner of my car is dented, and he said it'd probably take a couple $100. So it wasn't even worth it to turn it into Uber and Lyft, because then I'd have that little notice on my record saying that I was in an accident. So unless they're going to fix something that's over $1,000, over $2,500, it's not even worth telling them. Unless somebody gets hurt or it's pertinent to the situation that you have to. But otherwise, the girl got out of my car. I mean, everything was safe. It was just the corner of my car. And it's dented, but it's not that bad. I mean, sometimes people notice it, but I tend to forget. Yes, thank God that healthy baby is coming. Oh, yeah. Oops. More than 3 is a violation. Make sure you put a double M. Very funny. That's awesome. So I'm just going to go back to see what comments I missed, because I like to talk and I rant a lot. Don't anybody tell Double M what it is. She's got to go back to the video. I'm almost positive that Shell Vlogs has a video. And you will have to look at her video, and then you will find out. She had a gender reveal. My rideshare insurance covers people, but not food. Actually, Sherelle, I think that, weren't we talking with Dark Road Run, and we weren't sure if rideshare insurance actually covered food delivery, but it only covered people, because I haven't been able to find anything for food delivery, because you're only carrying food. But with rideshare, you're carrying people. So I haven't even been able to find any special insurance for food delivery. I think it's just rideshare insurance. because we only having people in our car. So an accident would just be an accident. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. It's a mess right now, actually. I fell asleep earlier. I was going to do this way earlier, but then I fell asleep. So I got some coffee, and then I just came on. But I appreciate it. Feels a lot better than that long hair that I had. Oh, my Lord. It was terrible. Oops. So I hope that Sherelle, that answers your question, because as far as I know, and as far as Dark Road Run told us that there was no special insurance for food delivery, and I keep losing. Our insurance in New York City for rideshare starts at $4,000. Whoa. There are only 3 insurance companies that offer type. Wow. $4,000 a year? That's nuts. Is that a year or 6 months? I called my agent. Someone at their office had their claim denied because he was door dashing. He had rideshare insurance per year. I don't understand that. He got into an accident while he was door dashing, and they denied his claim. Heidi says there was a special insurance just for food delivery. I remember her talking about it. I'm going to have to check it out, because I haven't been able to find anything else. Melody, I remember my insurance asked if I used my car for company work. So yes, they will ask insurance. I know insurance companies, because there's a different a charge. They will ask it for work or pleasure. And if you're doing rideshare, you definitely have to tell them that it's for work. I don't think they go for miles, but they go... It's just... Well, yes, they do. They go by miles, because you only... Technically, they say that the average person puts 10,000 miles on their car. As rideshare drivers and as food delivery people, we put 50,000 miles on our car. Big difference. So they will find out, even if you tell them that you're doing it for pleasure, they will, and you have all these added miles, they're going to find out. Commercial insurance is cost. And commercial insurance, I know that I can't remember, because it was a while ago when I checked into it, but I know that rideshare Trixter lives in California, and he pays $2 something a month, but since his car was shot at and he turned it in, his rates went up. So he's trying to fight it, but he's actually thinking about... I think he goes through Geico. I think he's going to go through another company. I'm sure it falls under commercial insurance. Do food delivery. Yeah, but if you have... we shouldn't have to have commercial insurance to do food delivery. If we don't have to have it for rideshare insurance, there's no way we should have to have it for food delivery. Being an independent contractor using your vehicle for business, you would be required to have commercial insurance. Yeah, but all we have to have is the rideshare insurance. We don't have to have commercial insurance. We only have to have commercial insurance if we're taking cash rides. And that's for rideshare. But if you were if you did taxi or something like that, then you would have to have commercial insurance. Rideshare insurance is for people, only normal insurance and for other. Oops, hang on. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check into the food delivery because personally, I haven't had any extra insurance because I go through Liberty Mutual, and come to find out that Liberty Mutual, they don't have rideshare insurance. They told me when I signed up they had rideshare insurance, so I got it, and then come to find out that they didn't have rideshare insurance. So. I haven't been doing rideshare, but I've been doing food delivery. So I am going to, as soon as I start picking up passengers, I do have to cancel. I do have to get rideshare insurance. You cannot use General or Geico or Progressive or Farms. In New York City, you must do inspection every 4 months. Oh, I remember you telling me that. In order for your rideshare vehicle to be on the road in New York City. And that's with all the TLC regulations, right? Yes, No Crybaby Rideshare or Lifestyle, he works for a company. He has a W-2 job that he delivers for, so they cover him and pay him, and he is a W-2 worker. Alright, I gotta go back here because I know I'm missing some stuff. But Real Rideshare Stories told me to check out Farmers. He uses Farmers, so that's who I was going to check out for mine. Because well, actually, it's kind of weird, but if you live in New York, supposedly Liberty Mutual will cover you only for Lyft, not for Uber, but for Lyft. But I'm here at the gym, can't write but listening. Thanks, Omer. Appreciate it. Appreciate the support. No, Liberty Mutual will be covered for Lyft, but not Uber. I have no idea. That does not make any sense to me. Rideshare is rideshare. Heidi! You landed! Oh my god. I'm so excited. So Heidi just made it to Chicago. And she landed safe and sound. I'm so excited. She didn't text me that she landed safe and sound, but she's in my chat to let me know that she landed safe and sound. So, exactly, TLC regulations in effect before even. Yeah. Yeah. See, it's so weird because New York City, you would see, I'm in New York, but then you got New York City, and New York City is regulated. They have, they're covered by all this. They get the minimum wage, unless they get more. I mean, they don't get less than minimum wage, and they get all this. And then you got the whole rest of the state of New York, who is just rideshare drivers. We don't really get, oh, Fox Racing, you're so funny. I love you. I meant like that I think you're funny. But yes, she's in Illinois, but she's also in Chicago, Illinois. And I'm just glad that she made it safe. She's really important. Did you literally just land? Oh my god, that is so fun. That didn't take long. Probably it was nonstop, right? Because that's what. Well, that's probably why, because it was nonstop. Really trying to see my messages. I'm sorry, people. I am really trying to catch up. I think I'm actually all caught up. I think I kind of read them all. If I didn't, please type it back in. When asked someone where they are replying. Yes, they are from Illinois. I remember you mentioning that. I'm done. You're done with what? Double M? So is everybody out driving tonight? Today's Thursday. See, where I live, Thursday is not a great day for driving and everything. So I've been working double shifts at my other job, my W-2 job. So today I was exhausted. I mean, like, I don't know how many cups of coffee I've had. I'm having one now, and I could still go to sleep. I could probably drink a whole Monster and still go to sleep right now. He's at the gym. Yeah, I just got a text message from Omer. He said he's in the chat. He's listening, but he cannot text because he's in the gym. He's probably on the treadmill or something. Like he used to. I remember when he used to get on the live streams and get on the treadmill and put us on mute because he was afraid that people would see him chatting to his phone. If I say, what city are you from? Illinois, I expect you to say Chicago. Oh, a tax. Oh, a tax what? Oh, my Lord. I'm so sorry, Lexi. All right, maybe I have missed some things because Lexi just told me that she had to go to the store. So, I'm sorry, Lexi, if you're not in the chat. I'm sorry that I missed that. I was really trying to keep up there, but I talk too much. I know I do. I don't. Whatever. All sorts of stuff like what? Be specific. I've told you that time and time again. Be specific. Whoops. I am trying to get my chat back. I am trying to get my chat back because it's easier to read it off the computer. It's kind of weird though. When I was over at Driver Sensei's office, and he had the 2 computer screens. That was pretty cool though. He's got a pretty neat setup. I like it. Hey, Brett Game, how are you? You finally made it to my live stream. So what's going on? We're just talking about all sorts of stuff. We're talking about rideshare insurance. We're talking about rideshare Trixter and how it got reactivated. I don't know, all sorts of stuff. Insurance, like in New York City, because we have Fox Racing in the house, and he's actually from New York City, and he has to deal with the insurance, the TLC regulations, and everything that comes with it. And I'm from New York, and I'm in upstate New York, so I don't have to do any of that. I'm not trying to ignore you. No crybaby. I said if I missed something to put it back into the chat. Yep, Double M is from Connecticut. Whoops. See, that's what happens. It keeps flipping on me. Yeah, do you vote for Prop 22 when you send in your ballot, or is that on a specific day? Because see, I personally don't know. I'm assuming it's on the ballot. So when you vote for the president, vice president, and stuff, it's on that ballot, or do you have to, or is it on a separate ballot? Yeah, Rick, everybody's writing. And I keep my finger down on it so I can keep track of what's going on, and it just flips on me. It's all on the same day. So it's not really political that Chris was talking about. It's all like Roy. He's lucky he's a moderator. What does uppercase rampage mean, Fox? All right, guys. Watch the next debate. Decide on who you're going to vote for. Most people already actually have. A lot of people have already sent in ballots. The mail-in ballots. Virginia has early voting. So, I mean, people have already voted. People have already made their decisions. So, I mean, watching the debates and stuff. But people have already made their decision. Why am I lucky you're a moderator? I've decided long ago. Yeah. I'm still in the works of I know I'm still in the works because I know who I like, and I know what I want for the next 4 years. And that's how you should vote. What do you want going forward? Don't go by a political agenda. Don't go by what people say. Don't go by what you want for you and your family for the next 4 years. Think about what we've just gone through. I mean, 2020 was a complete wash. It's it came, and now we just can't wait for it to go away. It's been the worst year of my life. But everybody from California, I'll go with the maturity here. Usually I'm in a chat with a lot of people from California. I'm surprised, Brad, that I don't think I have a lot of people from California. You got a couple. And then you got some East Coasters right here. Oh, thank you, Double M. I appreciate that. Yes, Double M's birthday was the 3rd. I watched a video from Dark Road Run. It was on the Entrepreneur's channel, Kevin the Entrepreneur. And they broke down Prop 22. The good, the bad. They also did the pros and the cons of AB 5. And they really got into depth about it. So if you really want to see what's going on, you really want to think about it. Oh, my word, was maybe 3 weeks ago. 2 or 3 weeks ago. It is on the Entrepreneur's channel, and definitely it was on a Sunday. Check it out. It was on their podcast where they broke everything down. You want to look at the pros and the cons and what's going to work for you. I know a lot of people don't want to be independent or employees, but everybody wants to be an independent contractor. But then you got to also look at all the little things. Things that people have been wanting for years. And it's kind of weird is that Oh, hi, Jim. How are you? I didn't even see you come into my house. And, all right, Roy. So, anyway, but, on my Facebook, I was going through my Facebook today, and Mandy Martinez, I'm not sure if anybody remembers her. I know Roy does. I don't know how many other people would remember her. But she was for the drivers, the rideshare drivers, the delivery drivers. She was protesting all the time, different rallies. She would hold different rallies with the groups that she was in for employment, for health care, for equal rights to be able to drive with these companies. So I noticed that there's a video that she did, and I watched it again, and I'm going to put it in my description, and it was about a rally that they were having. It was February of last year, of 2019. I want to put it in my description. It made me think about what is going on, and what we have to do as a society, what we have to do as drivers. I mean, I know that it seems like things have been so tough for drivers that we're all at each other's throats. Like last year, it wasn't this bad. YouTube and the drivers were not this bad. And it seems like because 2020 has been so hard and things have been just tough all around, and we're trying to help each other out, that it seems to have just snowballed where people are not happy with people. People are saying things or doing things that they've never done before to everybody else. And that's why I took my channel down. I took my channel down because I didn't want to deal with it no more. I stayed with the delivery people, the delivery drivers, UDM, Pete, and Team LMDU, and where there's no drama, where we're delivering food and we're not worried about all the crap going on with AB5 and Prop 22 and healthcare with it's very different. But I put my channel back up because I do love the rideshare community. I love everybody in it. Regardless what happens, I still love being a rideshare driver, and I love the other rideshare drivers. So I put up my channel, and I'm hoping that after this election, after things have settled down, that maybe we can get our footing back. Maybe we can be a community like we used to be, where we used to help each other all the time. We used to be there for each other no matter what. And I miss that kind of community. I'm so sick and tired of the backbiting. And I'm just going to say it. I'm sick and tired of the backbiting. I'm sick and tired of everybody having something to say, about things or something that they don't need to talk about. I miss everybody, so I stay with the delivery community. But I really want to go back into doing rideshare. I really do want to get back into the rideshare community and the chats and not. So anyway, that's my personal rant. Hopefully after this election, maybe we can all get our footing back. Back to where it was. Why should we let these politicians, they want to run their own lives and run their own lives into the ground or whatever, and these Uber and Lyft companies, and they want to bring us down. We shouldn't allow that to happen, in which we're really allowing it to happen, because if they're looking at our channels and they're seeing all the backbiting that's going on, they're seeing how people are just, everybody's yelling at each other and saying things to each other, they're winning. They're like, oh, thank God we don't have to worry about them. You know, they don't like each other, so we don't have to worry about it because they're doing all the work for us. You know, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see Uber and Lyft. They make their money. They live off high off the hogs. Uber they have $40 million homes in California and whatever. And we don't. I live in a house and I pay $745 a month for rent, and it's a struggle myself. You know, I don't live in $1 million house, but I also don't want them to get the better of us. You know, as a rideshare community, and everybody in here just about is all rideshare. I mean, some of us are both rideshare and delivery, but. And, you know, we have Double M who's really working on being a multitasker, a multi-yapper. And I brought her into the rideshare community, telling her how great it was. I took her out of the delivery community to bring her into the rideshare community. And then she sees all of this. So, that's my rant. I'm just... Okay. So, basically, you guys can agree with me or disagree with me, but I just miss the community. I miss going into streams, and even me and Dual Beacon, we actually started talking, and I've been going into him streams, and if he wasn't live, he'd probably be here, because he came into my live last night, so... Alright, let me get back to the chat. I'm sorry, guys. You know, oops, here we go. You know, guys, that the drivers in New York City were forced to schedule rides pre-COVID to be online, and if anybody wants to be an employee, they're going to be restricted to work a few hours per week. Yeah, probably, and they probably won't get health coverage either, because, I mean, with the Obamacare that they did have, it was employees that were, if they had 30 or more employees, were eligible for health care. Well, things have been happening, and slowly that part of the health care has been going away. So now, if that goes away, it's not going to matter how many employees they have, and they only have to work you for a few hours, because there are millions, 2-point-something million Uber and Lyft drivers throughout the world. You know, they don't need everybody online, and that's what they did with New York City. New York City had to, I remember when Fox Racing first started his channel, and I learned so much from that man. He is so informative, you know. And when he has something, he'll tell you. And he was saying that that before the pandemic, you needed the 99 rides. You needed it within 30 days or 60 days, and it would unlock your apps. So I remember that he busted his tail and got his Uber app unlocked. And now, during the pandemic, he says everything's unlocked automatically. But, you know, it's going to go back to being locked. And people will only be able to drive whose apps are actually unlocked or during busy times. And I don't want that to happen to me here. I want to be able to just go online. You know, I do have my health coverage and stuff from my W-2 work and stuff like that, but I want to be able to go online. I don't want to have to come up with, you know, having to do 100 rides in 30 days for my app to unlock, or like Noah does, and he has to have a a wheelchair accessible vehicle, and his app is unlocked all the time. So I don't want to have to do that because I'm not running a van from Uber, and I'm not going to. And I work a W-2 job, so I don't want things like that to happen. And for people, most of the people who live in New York City who do Uber and Lyft, they do it full time because a lot of them are taxi cab drivers. I had some that I met here who were taxi cab drivers who are now Uber drivers. So they do make the switch. Hey, Chris is back, I see. So everybody's talking, and I am trying to catch up. And of course I catch up to Roy's statement. Deliveries can be a draining task. I just want to be in my vehicle, and I don't to leave my vehicle to make Well, I like it. I like deliveries. I know I'm pretty sure Brett Game, I think you do deliveries. Double M, she does Instacart. She does Point Pickup, which is a Walmart service. So, and then I think most of the rest of you are rideshare drivers, for the most part. And then some of us are just not. And some of us are just spanning my chat with Trump. I wonder who that is. Trump will make Uber great again. Yeah, like he made it great the first time around. I think they actually should bring back Travis, the first CEO of Uber. Seems like he actually ran it right. I came in when Dara was vice president or CEO. I've only been doing Uber for a couple years. I've been doing the delivery apps for about a year. So, yeah, I'm just going back. I'm just going back to see what anything they miss. Well, yeah. Yeah, that's the thing that 22. Oh, shoot. See? I think I'm pretty sure I hold the chat and then it disappears on me. DoorDash put a lot of money into 22, as goes California. So guess the rest of the blue states, red states, will follow. Well, what's kind of weird is, what's the point of drama? Stay far away from it. Worth the hassle. You're right, Chris. Drama is not worth it. I think Instacart did the best job of making everybody an independent contractor, where they had the Hi Vegas Life, how are you? They had they got rid of the schedules. We were all on schedules at one time. They got rid of the schedules, and now they have batches. So if you are an Instacart driver, you know that you look on your Instacart app and it tells you what batches are available, how much they are for, the mileage and stuff like that. So if you know your market, which you're supposed to know your market, you will know where you, basically from the store, you're going to know where you're delivering to. So as long as you know your market, you can get an idea, and you'll pick the batches of what they have out there that's available. So Instacart really went real quick about making sure that everything was in Instacart. It was for independent contractors, where they have the money. They tell you the batch is worth, $18.95. They tell you you're gonna go. you got to shop at this store, and you're going to go 8.2 miles. So you're going to, as long as you know, because, I mean, they show you where you're going to be going. So as long as you know your market, you pretty much know where you're going. And you pick and choose from there whether or not you want it. It comes up on your app, but it comes up on everybody's app. And then they did California with the AB5. I saw rideshare Trixter's surge. That thing is amazing. Now, they can pick any surge they want, and it will tell them how much money they're making per mile per minute. So if they want to run 3x, 4x, 5x, it tells them how much money they're making per mile and per minute. And it goes up by whatever. So that thing is amazing. They really should have that surge thing for everybody. It shouldn't be just a California thing because of AB5. That really should be for everybody. You cannot do deliveries in New York City with a car. And your use will be towed in a blink of an eye. Yeah, I know, and I wanted to try food delivery because my food delivery app, actually, I was in New York City. Well, you guys saw that I was in New York City, and I wanted to, my Uber X didn't work, but my deliveries did. And I really wanted to try my food delivery, but I was so tired because I had driven like 4 straight days, and I wanted to try food delivery, but I didn't. And I would love to have tried food delivery out there, but all the delivery people were on bikes. I mean, I got lost in New York City just finding Fox Racing because my GPS had his location, but you have to, like he said, it's like an island, so you can only get to Manhattan through a tunnel or a bridge, and I was going through the Lincoln Tunnel, and I went through the Lincoln Tunnel, and then I just kept going this way. You know how you think you're going left? Because I assumed it was going to take me to a road, and it did not, and I ended up going out of it and back in it, so I ended up having to call Noah to figure out how to get downtown. But going in, it's tricky. You can't drive. Yeah, I don't even know how they can drive their cars for people pickup out there. It's too confusing for me. You really have to know what you're doing. You have to know the area. Love the Uber multiplier. In California, everybody should have this. Yeah, everybody should have it. I know it's for oh, sorry, Cecilia. You keep going. How are you? You keep going into review. I keep trying to show that on you. Sorry about that. I'm not sure why. All you're doing is saying hi. But yeah, it should be, everybody should have it. It shouldn't be just because they have the AB5 and Uber was forced to it. And it's not fair because here you go. We're going to do that so you don't keep going into so we don't. Hi, New York. How are you? That should keep you from having to keep going into review. But like I said, they should have that multiplier for everybody. It should not be a California thing. You shouldn't have to be going to take them to court, come up with new rules, new laws to have that. And Uber and Lyft have always had the map to where we're supposed to go. Where they never told anybody where we're going to be going. They had the option to tell us where we're going to be going, but they never did. So, and now you're finding out, like, with the Uber Pro status, depending on which level you're at, you get to see more and more. You get to see how much money you're going to make. You're going to see how how much the surge, everything. You get to see the map. And they've always had that, you know. And with Lyft, you were kind of able to manipulate it if you had an iPhone, because you can kind of close in the map and you can kind of see the red line and you can kind of see where you were going. But with Uber, they never wanted to show anybody that. Lisa, don't blame you. You could easily get lost in New York City. I know Manhattan is a grid system and it's easy to... Yeah, it was tough. Finding you was tough. I mean, I was shocked when I actually found you. Like, literally, you just came right at me and I had no idea I was actually at the right spot. So, The Real New York, he is in the house. I was just in his live stream. He has a daily podcast. It's great. You should check him out. Tonight was ladies' night, and I forgot that it was Thursday already. This week's just gone right by. Like, it's been going by fast. I can't believe it's Friday. Tomorrow's Friday already. So, when I was on vacation, I was a day ahead. Now that I'm back from vacation, I'm a day behind. Or I was a day behind and now I'm a day ahead. I don't know if it's because of the time change or what. Whoops, just daily podcast, and tonight was ladies' night. Yes, it was. I love your show. I usually end up having to watch the replays though, because lately I've been doing other things. Plus, I've been on vacation, so I was trying to stay a little bit off YouTube. Since I was just seeing people from YouTube, I was kind of trying to stay off it a little bit. I was kind of doing some live streams, though, from Las Vegas and from New York. I don't even think I got that many pictures. That's the weird thing. So now I'm still scrolling back, just checking. Lisa, you need a safe space. Really, Roy? In your chat room. And what do you mean by a safe space? Roy, you gotta remember, I'm just getting back into all this. I stopped doing this for a while. And I'm just getting my feet wet again doing all this. Yeah, Rick, I was definitely sightseeing, and I had a great time. I'm not gonna lie, it was a great vacation. And then New York, going to New York City, icing on the cake. It literally made the rest of my vacation. It was just a great vacation I had. Thank you. That means a lot to hear that you love it. Oh, of course. New York, I love your show. I mean, if it weren't for Randy, I wouldn't even know any of you people. Like, any of you Mopar, the Mopar cars and the walkarounds, the Copar walkarounds, I love them. And it was a great relief, especially when the rideshare community, as I was just talking about, was at each other's throat. It was a great relief to turn on TK Garage or The Real New York, or turn Randy on, or T Rose. It was nice to be able to go into a chat where everybody's it was all about cars, not people. It was all about cars, and I might not know anything about cars, but I like when I was in Las Vegas, I saw the Hell's Kitchen. I love Hell's Kitchen. I'm a big Hell's Kitchen fan. I don't know how to cook, but I love Hell's Kitchen. My brother, he told me, he says, the only thing that keeps me off from the worst cooks of America is that I know how to boil water. So, it is a great atmosphere. It's fun. I love it. Right. I melted. When did I melt? I'm onto everything as you see. Yeah. Wow, it's so cool to see you. It is so cool to see you. If you're on the street because you lost your home. Oops, I lost that again. Oh, brat. Yeah, I wish I knew how to cook. I don't know how to cook. I don't know how to cook. I know how to microwave. I'm really good at microwaving. Experiment with cooking. It will improve. Yeah. Experiment with what? If I had somebody here that, to cook with, that'd probably make it different, but be by myself, I just, I microwave a lot. Oh, come on, Roy, stop. The stimulus checks are supposed to be getting sent out. Here we go. So, Fox, I just made you moderator in case anything goes up into review. Stimulus checks are supposed to be getting sent out in the next couple weeks, or 3 weeks, I think I saw. Hi, Peanut Butter. How are you? Nice to see you again. We'll see what happens. They have 100. I'll just say one thing. They have $130 billion in the Treasury for the PPP that they said they didn't have. So hopefully that's the money that they're sending out to everybody. Hopefully that's the money that they're gonna give to the small business owners that need it to get themselves back on the ground. The companies really need it. So we'll see what happens. I just hope that the money goes to where it needs to go. I thought Trump said he wouldn't do it. If you're talking about the stimulus checks, he said he was going to wait till after the election, but after he got COVID, I suppose that's what I heard. After he got COVID, that he decided he was going to do it in October. Crybaby, I got my stimulus check, and I'm going to be getting one soon, and I'm not desperate for government money. Yeah. That's why that's a big thing about multi-apping. And that's why when I was doing my videos before and I talked about multi-apping and that stuff, that's the idea. You gotta make your money. You got to not let the money come to you, but you gotta learn how to go out and make your money. And I want to get back into that. I want to get back into doing the videos and showing people how to be able to make their money again and stuff like that. I'm just getting myself back into everything again. So, let me see here. I need it for rent. Yeah. People do need the money, But if you're Uber, Lyft driver, you're delivery drivers, you definitely, and I'm thinking that the employment thing is not the best thing. You need to go out there and learn how to multi-app. And I taught Double M how to multi-app, and now that she knows how to multi-app, but she does really well. She needs to make the money when she needs to make the money. And she does it. She needs to take some time off because, she needs to spend time with her family and her husband. She does it. And I know UDM, He's another big person on multi-apping, and right now, he's home with the kids, because one of them's in school, one of them's about to be in school. His wife is working, so he multi-apps so he can make his money. You gotta maximizing your earnings. Figure out what you're good at and how you can maximize your earnings. You don't ever want to do anything that you're not good at and struggle to make your money. I need the money so I can give it back to them so I don't owe anymore. Well, my money's just going to go on bills anyway. The last stimulus check I got went on bills. And if I got another one, that's where it's going to go. The last my tax check I got, my tax check went to certain people. They needed money. One needed money for his insulin. Another person needed money for his GoFundMe. So basically, I just gave away my tax money because other people needed it more than I did. So I just work. I make my money when I need to. You need to pay for those people who clean up those poo-poos in the streets, Mr. Jones. Start up my catering business again soon as they open California, then see about Amazon work. Oh, you have a catering business? Jim, I don't think I've ever known that about you. I think that's just government in itself, fox racing. And unless anybody here is in government, you're probably not going to get any disagreements, but there it's just like with anything else. There's good people and then there's bad people. And it's anywhere you work, it's anything you do. Hi, CNC, how it's going? Oh my gosh, here's another California person. Oh, I'm sorry, you're from Pennsylvania. I'm sorry. I don't know why I keep saying it, thinking you're from California. It's just like anywhere. You're going to have your good apples and you're going to have your bad apples. It just happens. Jim Jones' government gives you money and they are expecting you to spend it anyway. Well, they are. They want you to spend it, but they're hoping that you'll put it back in, the economy, to keep the economy from crashing. Blue Wrench me, please. We just got back from Walmart in Pennsylvania. Blue Wrench you. Oh my goodness gracious. No, I'm just messing. Trump is great. Roy, we know how you feel about Trump. And not everybody feels the same way, whether they agree or disagree with anybody. That's why I don't like politics, sex, or religion in my car, and not in my chat, because I don't want people to argue. I want people to have conversations, but conversations that aren't. If you have a conversation, all right, we all know Roy's a big Trump supporter. I mean, obviously. You're a Trump supporter, but you don't have to, keep mentioning it. That's not a lively conversation. When I was in my early 30s, I used to work catering companies. They used to send us to weddings. I had loved it. Wow, $30 an hour, not bad. Yeah, there's a lady I know that I go to church with, and she does catering. She owns her own business. She loves it. Did I miss some news? Not really. Just kind of talking about everything. You know, I wanted to let everybody know when I first started that rideshare Trixter, because of my video yesterday. Rideshare Trixter did get back on the platform. Uber did not mention to him that he was on the platform. He just put his mask on and he went through the steps to go onto the Uber platform, and it let him on. So, and they never told him. So, but he is driving again, so his dash cam footage probably worked. Hopefully, I will be able to buy a dash cam. I am trying to talk to somebody about selling me their dash cam because he said that he doesn't need it anymore. So hopefully he will sell it to me. He actually texted me while I was live streaming. He's not even in my live stream. Can't believe he hasn't got my notification that I'm live. So the dash cam footage, he doesn't know if that helped or not. He said he was sending it in, and he said if they don't take it, they were going to, he was going to take him to court because it was clear proof. And then we're just talking about everything and anything. I keep putting up more Amazon buildings. Yes, Melody, they're putting one up by my house. They're, well, a few miles from my house, but yeah, they are definitely putting up an Amazon site by my house, which is weird. Never needed a dash camera. Yes, Roy, I've also met you in person, and you're huge. Not like, you're just like tall. You're like 6-something. So like, I can't imagine that anybody would give you a hard time. You're, you know, I don't know. I can't imagine anybody would try to give you a hard time. So, but yeah, it's you. When we were talking about your days as an Uber driver, you're a big baby. When we were talking about your days as an Uber driver, though, like, you are from, like, Party City. You are where people go to forget things and to, you know, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. So you already are from there. People are coming to there for that particular reason, and so it was probably different for you to Uber in your area than it is in a lot of different areas where we are Ubering people back and forth from work to home to school to whatever. You know, we don't see what you see. I mean, I saw your lights. Oh my God. Las Vegas lights were amazing. So, and it looked like so much energy was going on that one road, though. Which it was a shame, is because you had that whole strip and nobody was on it. But then you had that one road, and that's where everybody was. So, Roy's first is his dash cam. Yeah, Roy. Exactly, Jim, because remember, that's how he actually got deactivated. Because when a car was too close to him and he hit the car, he like stretched his arm out and hit the other guy who was going the wrong way. And so he had a passenger in the car, and he was afraid that the passenger was going to hit him. Fremont Street. Thank you. He thought the oncoming car was going to hit him and the passenger, so he put his arm out, hit the guy's car, and it actually put a dent in it. Roy actually put a dent in this guy's car, and not even trying. So, and that's actually how he got deactivated, because the guy complained and said that Roy damaged his car. But 3 years, you had 12,000 rides in 3 years? That is a lot. That's massive. Jim Jones, I love oysters, yum yum. I'm a monster cookies. Fremont Street. Oh. Gross misdemeanor charge. What a shame. Oh my. Sorry. Everybody's texting me. Yeah, it's a shame. You know, you take somebody who has a great rating, who's great with the customers, especially being in Las Vegas. You know, I mean, that's got to be tough in Las Vegas to Uber there. I mean, if we have it tough in some of our areas and a lot of our, not like talking like where Fox Racing is, but like in mine in the suburban areas, if I have it tough and stuff, can you imagine how tough he had it down there? And he did what 12,000 rides, and Fox Racing does it in New York City every day. That's tough. I couldn't do that. But driving bad times, but some of these places, I mean, they're party cities like Las Vegas. That's a party city. I mean, you when you go down there, it's meant to party. You are meant to go out and party. That's just the way it is. Yeah, it's no joke. And to get people to actually drive out there, there's a guy there, Mikey. He comes into Roy's streams, and he does the same thing. He's like a mini Roy, you know. He gets that money too. He's been in the streams, and he does a lot too. So it's got to be tough to be out there in Vegas. I don't know if Vegas actually does rideshare anymore. I think he did, but I don't know if he does. I don't even know if he's in the stream anymore. But so yeah, I mean, some of these cities got to be tough to Vegas. I'm tired of hearing this great again stiff. So I was just wondering if you are a rideshare driver still. The 12th hour, you just kicked the bars over, walked out. Yeah, it's much easier to read. And I enjoyed Vegas too. All right, Lisa, your area sounds like doing Uber in San Antonio. I don't think so, because Syracuse only has like 150,000 people in it. It's kind of it's a city, but it's a small city. We're known for Syracuse University for the basketball team and the football team, and we're known for having the fourth biggest mall in America. Pretty much that's it. At one point. No, I can't. What do you mean, who runs the town? You? I've seen many zombies poop in the street. That's gross. Yeah, see, I don't have that in my area. Oops. I'm just going back through the chat and reading you guys' messages. I just making sure, because it moves quickly on the phone, that I miss a lot. Oops. Or I can miss the whole chat altogether. So So, are you in Are you in San Antonio? How many people are out there? I mean, do you Uber out there? Because I know that's what you do in LA. Rick. You ran that city. And people walking on in every most people try to watch their step. Yeah, I bet. I like to visit, but it wouldn't be a place where you would think it's some place where people live. Like Roy, he grew up in Las Vegas. So, but then I met Payman, and he's only been there for a couple years. But I want to move. And I actually, when I went to, when I was on my vacation, I actually enjoyed Virginia. Not just because of Sensei's Muddy Water, but because of the fact that it was quiet, it's peaceful, it's beautiful. So I was thinking about you going down to Virginia again. Maybe maybe moving down there. Because I know I want to get out of New York. I'm sick and tired of our winters. And we're going to be coming up on the winter soon. I mean, last year, it was snowing in October. And so, we're going to be getting close. It's getting cold. Yeah, people. We'll see. District people. She's not shocking. Okay. Yeah, I know that Sensei said that you can Uber Eats anywhere, that you don't have to rideshare. And I was talking to Bam Bam, he has channels No Limitation Rideshare, but he said that there's certain stipulations of Uber and Lyft in certain areas. Okay, who was driving? But there's certain areas, certain simulations of stipulations of being able to do Uber and Lyft in certain cities. But Driver Sensei said you could do Uber Eats in any city, in any state, no matter what. So I was going to try that on my way back, but I was exhausted. My trip really took a lot out of me. I'm not used to all that driving. I wasn't used to all that, but I had a great time. Lisa, are you going to keep your Subaru or are you going to trade? Sorry, Fox. Are you going to trade it in for a new one? Your car is very solid considering you made it back and forth cross country. I know, isn't it? I love my car. I love my Subaru. I'm not sure yet. I was thinking about, because when I was in my car accident and they gave me a loaner, I love the new Subarus. They come with like a bigger TV and they come with this. They come with satellite radio. I don't know. I love my car, but there's also recalls on the car because of the year. It's a 2015. So there was certain things that they overlooked when they put that out. So I was thinking about just upgrading, not to a new one, but at least to the next year, 2016, 2017. But Subaru, when I got the Subaru, I was told that Subaru is very meticulous on their safety rules and hey, Driver Sensei, that they're very worried about, the safety of the riders and drivers, more than Jeep is, because I was looking at a Jeep too, that they take all the safety precautions plus. So if, that's why I got it. And when I went to my mechanic before I took my 2-week vacation, he fixed a couple of things, the control arm and some bearings in my car, and he told me that he checked it out. He said everything is ready to go cross country because I had already been planning on it for a while. So, but I just had to make sure that my car was all ready to go. And he made sure it was all set and ready to go. But there's still recalls like the passenger airbag. There might be a time where I might hit a bump and it might just pop out for no reason at all. There's something else that's up with the with it, but I'm not sure what it is exactly. I have to take it in. Oh, the lights. The lights on my dashboards. They just keep every now and then they'll just come on. The AB lights, the brake lights, everything. All the lights will just come on for no reason at all. But then if I turn off my car, I let it sit for 5 minutes, I turn it back on, they all go away. So hi, driver sensei, how are you? I was just talking about you. Rick and Fox racing up in here. Yes, they are. They've been in here. Where have you been? I got PP. We'll be right back. Okay. TMI, but all right. Gotcha. Get all the recalls fixed and everything else. Yeah, my car runs really good. Fox Racing actually, he backed my car into a parking spot. So, like, he'd be able to tell you that it handles good. But it's just the lights and the seatbelt, or the airbag, the passenger airbag. And I don't really think that that's really actually a problem because I've had that car for like a couple years, and I've never had, even though it's on a recall, I think it happens on cars in that particular year. So they just recall all the cars for that year. But I do have the problem with the lights. I don't know. They said it's just a switch. And they just got to order a switch, put it in, and I'll be all right. So. Your trip went so fast. It was so. I know. I was hoping to, I really was hoping to see you guys. See more than I did. Actually, even, me and Heidi, we were in LA. We didn't expect to be in LA for as long as we did. And because she was going to take me to see more. But we got tied up and everything, so we ended up not. So, but, I was happy with what I saw. I mean, just spending time with everybody was great. I didn't need to go and see things. I mean, that was a plus, but I didn't really need to. But meeting everybody was great. It was just, I had a great time. And my vacation did go way too fast. I couldn't believe it. I came back to Syracuse Friday. Or no. When did I come back to Syracuse? Saturday? I left New York Saturday. Yep. And then I started working Sunday. And then I got a call from my boss, of course. And he asked me if I could come in Sunday. So I was on Driver Sensei's live stream until 6 a.m. because we were talking about other things. And then I went to bed, got 3 hours of sleep, worked, and then my boss called me, so I was back to work, back to doing split doubles and doubles. So, right back to, what I left. You lie, you forced me to drive you around. I'm almost positive in my video, if anybody wants to check it out, it's the Las Vegas video, where I did say, if you want to drop me off, I'll just take my car. Yeah. That's what I thought. Yo, Sensei, there is a reason that your ex is on. It's going. Really? What ex is that? I'm really curious. Yes. I actually, Sensei, I actually grabbed one of those I grabbed a map, one of the atlases from work, and I was looking at it. But I think the next time I go on my vacation, I'm probably not going to tell anybody. I'm probably just going to go. And oh Lord, you in Vegas by yourself. People hate me enough. Sorry. Yeah. I mean, I had a GPS. The only place I could not, my GPS actually didn't work was when I was in New York City. I actually had to call Noah to figure out how to get off from the Lincoln Tunnel, how to get out of the Lincoln Tunnel to get to where Fox Racing was. But my GPS was pretty good. It was pretty much spot on for my whole trip. I saw DUIs and getting out of hand in Vegas. That would be a Roy question, a Vegas question, a Jim question. Sensei's bro. I don't think Facts, I hear I didn't know where Sensei was from either. I don't think a lot of people tell people where they're actually from who are on YouTube. Except for me. I tell everybody I'm from Syracuse. I don't care. Who's going to stalk me here? Nothing's going on. And Roy, people do not hate you. Yeah, I'm going back in the chat. I'm just reading. I'm just making sure I got everything. Because it goes bad fast. Excuse me. And I don't think they hate you. They just... A lot of people don't understand you. You lie, you force me to drive you around. I still have that video. Next time you plan to... Oh, yeah. Oh, cool. Look at that. Yeah, so yeah, next time I go on vacation, I probably just won't tell anybody. I'm just going to go on my vacation and do what I have to do. Because it went by fast, but I had so much fun. But I really want to... I want to go on a vacation where I see... I was hoping to go to the mountains. I was really hoping to go to some of the parks and do some walking. But a lot of the parks were closed, so... I have the same video, Roy. You gotta remember, Payman sent it to me, too. Lisa, you came out of the tunnel. Then the GPS probably was acting funny. Yeah, it probably... Well, yeah, because when I was in the tunnel, it lost... It lost it. Definitely. You are... Lincoln Tunnel, that's why you don't have the GPS. Yeah, I just... Anybody who goes to New York City, I feel so bad for you if you don't know where you're going because it's tough. It's a tough city. Stop here before we're moving away. Two of a kind, who's moving away? You? Or you talk about when I said that I was moving? Matter of fact, I went through Pennsylvania. Actually, I went through Pennsylvania to get to New York City. Actually, I was thinking of Crazy Dasher because I was going right by where he lives in the Poconos. How did I surprise you? Yeah, when you go through tunnels, no, yeah, there's no connection. Oh, CNC. Popos don't play out here. Popos don't play pretty much anywhere these days. It seems like I don't know, but I have seen some videos where they're trying to humanize themselves on TikTok and stuff. They're trying to humanize themselves. So, I mean, some cops are rough. They're not all bad. I mean, I know some that aren't bad. Trust me, on my own GPS in my hometown in New York City. I can pass GPS. Doesn't confuse me. I drove taxis before GPS and smartphones. Yes, you are. When you took me around New York City, it was so weird because you like knew everything and everywhere we went. It was cool. Like you like all the roads and stuff like that. Like nothing confused you. It was great. I had such a great time in New York City too. Everywhere I went, I had a great time. Even when I had the muddy water in Virginia, I even remembered that. I even remembered I took a phone call while I was drinking that muddy water. I didn't lose all my senses. Most of them, but not all of them. Yeah, definitely. CNC, we do need to change. Like, I'm just getting sick and tired of the winters. Personally, I mean, the roads here, they get worse, and then the snow gets what we get like in a snowfall. We'll get like 9 to 13 inches. And it used to be, I remember when I was young, it would just snow, just snow. And you'd have a couple inches on the ground, and they'd plow and it would go away. But then it would just snow. And now it's like, now we get a snowfall of 9 to 13 inches of snow. And I'm sick and tired of driving it. I'm not going to say that. I mean, I can, but I'm sick and tired of it. I mean, I shouldn't. I don't like driving in it. And both my kids, they're gone, so please don't do enough here. Mostly tickets and warnings. Do you live in a smaller community? CNC? Rick Nelson, Fox, me too, in Orange County, CA, where Disney and that's right. You come to Vegas, baby, too. 120 degrees. You'll love it. Oh my God. 120. Yeah, actually, we saw you dying through the summer months. Hence the air conditioner. But we saw how tough that was for you. I mean, I couldn't. It's either bone chilling cold here, or you go to like someplace like California or Las Vegas where they're over 100 degrees every day. And their winter months, I think your winter months are what? I remember you were saying that it gets cold at night once the sun goes down, but it's still like 80 or 90 degrees during the day. I mean, I like having 4 seasons. Mind you, I don't mind it. I'm sick of the winter driving. Like, even if I was talking to Fox Racing in New York City, he gets snow, but not a lot of snow. So even there would be good because I don't care. I love the 4 seasons, but I'm just sick and tired just the snow, just driving through the snow, and it's just I really just don't have it anymore. I just don't like driving it anymore. Is all. really conservative area, huh? It gets down to below 30 degrees in the wintertime. You wouldn't believe that it was 100 and what, 115, 120 all winter or all summer. Las Vegas gets dusting of snow once in a while. Yeah, I was when I was in California, and I went to go see where rideshare Trixter and Heidi live. I'm looking at the ground, and I thought it was snow. It was sand. There's white sand. I thought it was snow. That scared the crap out of me. They just want people to work, pretty much. Well, yeah. Well, yeah, but you said that at night, but what is it during the day? You know, I did enjoy California. Everybody talks about being there and living there, and it would just be too costly. I couldn't afford it, personally. I mean, Fox Racing and Noah tell us how much they pay in rent down in New York City alone. I mean, I wouldn't be able to afford that. It's crazy. Yeah, the sand, I was thinking, for some reason, I have no idea why, but it was hot, and I was thinking it was snow. Really, Roy? You would think that it's a lot hotter. Because you are in a desert, you know? I mean, it gets really cold here. It snowed on Mission Peak the week of the initial shutdown here in the Bay Area. Yeah, I know that it snowed that you got that Heidi and rideshare Trixter got snow for Thanksgiving. He sent me a picture, and he had like 5 inches of snow on the ground for Thanksgiving last year. And I remember him telling me he had to tell a customer because the of the brakes, the anti-lock brakes, because in California people are not used to them. And he had to explain the anti-lock brakes because they kept going off because of the slippery roads. But they gave him a 1-star because of the brakes. They said that he didn't know how to drive a car, but it was the anti-lock brakes. No, California bad. Do go there. The day of the shutdown, it started snowing. California. Oops. California, you have the upper level income to survive. Yeah, I hear a lot of people are they're moving away, or they're thinking about moving away because it's just way too expensive. Even though the part of California I was at, the part of California I was at was absolutely beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. California is full of snowflakes. Oh my word. The men here are slim pickings here too. My ex acted better than any date they went on. Hey, they're not any better here. I say that loud. Oh, no cry, baby. Let's hear jokes. Oh, Heidi's back. And Sherelle's back. I think it's beautiful where they live. Yeah. Well, when I left last Monday, it was 95 degrees. It was hot. And then I came back to New York. They were telling me it was raining here. I got back and it's 40 degrees. Roy, yes, sir. I'm blurry here. Getting those flakes around. Oops. A million California residents moved to Texas in the past 10 years. Cal prices is... Well, also like the gas prices. I mean, instantly, I already knew that people said that California was expensive. So as soon as I got out of Nevada and I went to California, there was no gas stations. So I had to stop at the first gas station I could find, and it was nearly $4. It was almost $4. But it was the only place I could find to get gas because of well, I was running low, and I wasn't gonna make it to Trixter's house. So I needed to fill up, and it was almost $4 a gallon. I couldn't believe it. I was so mad. But I was told that the prices were going down. But if that's going down, then their gas prices were expensive to begin with. Yes, Sensei, you're right. I would love playing Swamps. Oh, hi, Mr. G, how are you? So are you and Heidi are together now? I'm so glad that she got there safe. Let's see here. Well, I was looking for a comment from Heidi or Ari that said yes. We're together. We finally made it. Catfishing, hurting. Alex. I don't ever want to move out of my stabilizer. Your apartment is rent controlled? How do you get a rent controlled apartment in New York City? It's only rent controlled if you're in San Francisco. Live in the East Bay, about 35 minutes southeast. It's cheaper. Average rent goes up all the time. Lisa, you're not working tonight? No, I was gonna work, but as soon as I got back here, I was right back to my old routine where I was working my split doubles and my doubles. So I ended up taking today off. But I have to go to Buffalo tomorrow, and so I have to work. I will be kicking butt in Buffalo because I'm poor. Alligator is tasty. I have never, ever had alligator. I didn't see Alex in the chat. But then again, I'm missing some of the chat goes up. The chat goes up and down too on me, so. But I don't see him in the chat. But Double M is back, so she must have had something to eat or something, and she came back. Yay. I love eating alligator. I've never had alligator. Maybe it's because where I live, it's just not popular. That cause you didn't stop in Mississippi. Ring control and there's a lot living. Yeah, but what do you consider cheap though in California? What is California considered cheap? I mean, I could tell you how much I make. Would that be considered cheap? My apartment here is $745 a month. And I know from what I've heard from Fox Racing and Noah in New York City, I wouldn't be getting an apartment that cheap. Where do you have snake and alligator? Seriously, I've never had that stuff. I didn't even. I don't even think I would want it. Do you know that? Like, order that in a restaurant or something? Rattlesnake tastes like chicken. Cool. Sensei, do you eat snakes? Sensei, when you text that Heidi was surprised. Louisiana, I would think. Yeah, I don't know. Is there anybody in my chat from Louisiana? I think the closest is Double M and Sensei. They're in Virginia. I said, "Say, why haven't you answered my calls?" Ooh, that sounds like a call. That sounds like a conversation for another day. And Sensei, don't forget about my text. I saw that you replied, but I was doing this live stream, so I didn't see it. So I hope you gave me a price. Well, my son, when he was in the Marine Corps, they said they would. When I went to the boot camp to pick him up, they said that I would see alligators because it's Paris Island is like literally on an island, and I would see him the road that you take to get to this island. There was alligators on both sides, but I never saw any. I was actually really hoping to, but I never saw any. People from South eat everything that walks the earth. That even ew. Probably. Ugh. That's probably why living down there is cheaper too, because they do they raise they raise the meat. You know, they kill what they eat what they kill. Me, I go to Wegmans and get something to eat. Rocky Mountain oysters, gross. I've never had oysters. I think I did once, but that was a long time ago. Alligators are always around the Marine because in South Carolina, the Marine Corps is in South Carolina. We to go through before the recruits went. you had to go and go through there before the recruits and make sure you would get eaten before them. See, this is what I got when I was down there. Proud Marine mom. Actually, I think I got this when I was on when I went to Camp Lejeune. Yeah, I don't know. I've never had oysters, so. They are not. Are they really? I mean, I'm only going to believe you because I have no idea. Unless somebody else confirms that or denies that. Never oysters. You're in New York, aren't they? Seafood places. You know, we don't have a lot of seafood here. I mean, we have some. I mean, we have like Red Lobster and stuff, but we don't have like places where you can get seafood. I mean, we're not really in an area that you can just get seafood. Hi, Griffin. How are you? No. No. Where are they? Oh, Rocky Mountains. Well, you guys are talking quick. An average 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 5,000 a month. My God, that's crazy, and that's just an apartment. Yeah, see, 5,000. My God, you definitely have to be working for somebody in order to pay rent out there. I don't know why California is. It's like the only state that seems like it's expensive. I don't know. It's hard to live out there, but maybe because they have like a lot of celebrities and stuff. So I don't even. I think I asked somebody. I think I asked, and the minimum wage was like $15. I think I asked Heidi, and she said the minimum wage was like $15 out there. But minimum wage should be a little bit higher if the cost of living is a little higher, because the minimum wage just goes by the cost of living. It's truly so. They're huge rats. Oh my God. So how did we get on this subject of oysters and blue nuts and stuff? That's gross. Now I just know I'm never gonna eat them. I'm never gonna eat them. Not even as a delicacy. Rocky Mountain oysters, fence and testicle. Really, oysters are really testicles of animals. Shark is tough, but decent. My God, you've eaten everything. You eat everything you kill. Kelly prices are high because of the name. It's like shoes that cost $210, but made for this in the factory for $30. Yeah, yeah, but they had probably because they have the celebrities and stuff like that. I mean, when we were out, when me and Heidi were out, we saw a ton of gorgeous cars out on the road, like cars that I don't normally see. I mean, I see Chevys and Fords every day, and out there you see, I don't know, BMWs and stuff. Lexus. And humans. Is that the only thing you've never eaten? Oh, that's good. That's makes me feel better that you've never eaten a human before. Sometimes, but not always. There it goes again. Sometimes, but not always. Even houses are going too expensive, and everybody's got a bunch. You definitely, if you lived in California, though, you'd definitely have to have roommates, or you'd have to have a two income household. There's no way you'd make it by yourself. I mean, maybe you could. I don't know. I can't see it, and I couldn't even live in New York City because from what they said, their rents are expensive. Lisa, instead of calling them bull balls, instead of the South, Southern people call them mountain oysters. Yeah, mountain oysters does sound better. Probably, well, since you were in the Marine Corps too, so, I mean, would it be because when you were overseas or something? Or is it just because you wanted to try it? I mean, could be for either reason. Because I know you do a lot of, somebody dares you to do something, I'm sure you do it. It's like real estate and some of those markets raise things, and then when it falls through, a lot of them lose their behinds. I don't know. They love. I don't know. Crazy. So how do we get on the topic of real estate too? I mean, I'm from here. I'm really not from anywhere. I've never seen what goes on in everybody else's area. So hearing you guys talk about your areas, it's kind of weird. And then I'm just kind of remembering from my vacation where I visited about your areas. I mean, I don't know. I think where the best place that I would love to go live would be Virginia. It was absolutely gorgeous. I mean, Double M says it's not as expensive, and she says a lot of her stuff is included, but it's absolutely peaceful. It was quiet. It's pretty, you know, and the town that Sensei's in, like, it's a town. It's pretty, and it's kind of like Buffalo. Buffalo is. I love Buffalo too. It's just quaint. It's just quiet. It's just, you know, people doing. There's nothing loud. There's nothing obnoxious about it. There's nothing to it. Hey. Sorry. There's nothing to it. So, you know, I don't know. But I think the best place, I love Virginia. I think that's just the best place. I mean, I think California is the prettiest place. But, I don't know. The Bay Area was once great. Since 2000s, it's gotten destroyed by greed and selfishness. Yeah, but you guys, you have in the Bay Area though that you guys got that you got those companies, you know, a lot of companies that are out there. Yeah, the minimum wage is supposed to be by the area, and the area is supposed to be worth it. You know, I don't know. Our minimum wage here is in Syracuse is I think it's like $13 an hour in some areas. I'm trying to think because I've never worked for minimum wage. I've always worked more than minimum wage. So I'm going by what somebody told me. And that's probably about right for the area that I live in. But it looks like my live stream is going to be cutting soon. Because I have that same thing that me and Fox Racing had when we did our live stream. But I've enjoyed this. I've had a great time. But it says I have insufficient space on my device again. So I am going to let you guys go. It's been fun. Thank you very much for coming by. And I will hopefully see you in the next video, next live stream. All right, guys. Thank you for coming, and you have a great night. Bye.